Hey guys, FrozenStag here, and welcome to a Last Kingdom Hotseat epilogue. It's been quite a long time since I've done anything related to a Hotseat on this channel, other than the announcement of a Hotseat starting or something like that. But it's been a while. It's been a long time, and I think the last time I made the War of the Six Kings Hotseat review was on the date. Hey guys, FrozenStag. That's me. On 7 months ago, 12th of March 2022, before I started my new job at Legoland, and before my life as I knew it changed pretty much forever. With Legoland, it's basically taken me from my comfortable shell indoors, not doing much, to a very different person I was 7 months ago. Yeah. But yeah, that's the last time I made a Hotseat review. There's been little changes before, then not now. Hotseat reviews and Hotseat videos going forward. You'll have an announcement video, which you have seen before. If I go over to... Oh, look, there's my community votes that I'm doing lately. Check them out, they're cool. If I go down to... There you are. The Age of the 100 Kingdoms Hotseat announcement. So you're going to have a Hotseat announcement video, and you'll have a Hotseat epilogue video, which will be the Hotseat. So eventually, whenever how this ends, and God knows how long now, players just started, so it'll go on for quite about a year, I'd imagine, possibly. So who knows? But yeah, whenever this Hotseat ends, then we'll do a Hotseat epilogue video like this one. Right, I need to sort of recap. So yeah, going forward, these videos will be epilogue videos. They won't be overviews, and they won't be time lapses. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time these days. I'm very busy with YouTube these days. I put a lot of I make a lot of content, sometimes more quantity over quality, and I'm sure some people probably see that and think, yeah, that's a bit over the top. Although I'm sort of working on that in a way, in some ways anyway. Certain sub-mods, like if I'm working on a CK2 series or Total War series, I'm likely going to do a fair bit of modding to it. So if I can, I'd like to make my sort of mods, like sub-mods or custom generals, and even if it's literally just a custom general sub-mod, but I put a lot of effort and time into the lore of the game I'm playing, and the campaigns I'm playing. I put a ton of lore into it. I put a lot into it, and I feel as if it should be released to the public. So going forward now, so the next Total War series that comes out, I will be releasing a mod. It will be on ModDB, and there will be a sub mod that will basically allow you to play my files. Yeah, so you'll be able to play my files that I played in that campaign series. I may also have my save game. No, possibly not. No, because I don't know if I'll be able to do that, because I'll be a copy of that file. But yeah, so there'll be a Total War series, and you'll be able to download, and you'll be able to use the custom generals and stuff that I'll be playing for it. In some cases, for Divide and Conquer, was a good chance I will probably make a giant custom general overhaul. Probably for version 5. I'll likely wait till that version pops out, then I'll do it. Because otherwise, if I make it for one of the AGO mods or whatever the different sub mods are for that these days, then they'll probably rewritten or redone at some point, and I'd rather have a proper, concise version for version 5. Well, we'll go through all the factions and add my own spins on them, custom generals, everything. It'll be crazy. But I think it won't be too crazy. It will be thought out, and there will be a lot of thought and time and processing of time will go into the creation of those submods. CK2, likewise, I will also be doing next series I do, which will probably be around beginning of the Game of Thrones bookmark, which will be about Rhaegar Targaryen coming back from the dead. How that will happen and how that will work out, I'm still sort of going through it in my head. At some point, I'd like to write like a massive fanfic about it, but that'll take me ages. So I think it's probably a good idea to go for a submod first, which will be a custom scenario of that save file with certain DLCs and mods for CK2. Because CK2 doesn't get updated anymore, and the Game of Thrones mod doesn't get updated at all now, which is wonderful. Which is good, because I can now make my custom scenarios without worrying if they were to get overwritten with a new update or something or other. So, all good. So, future Total War and CK2 series will have a custom scenario that we'll be able to download, rather than just watching along. You can actually download it. And yes, a bit of effort will be going into videos a little bit more. With regards to other games, like as you can see, I've been doing Black Flag recently, and Transformers War for Cybertron, which will soon be Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, and eventually I'll go probably wrap up the Lego Hobbit series at some point. So that's going to be happening. That'll be fun. There's a lot to come to the channel at the moment. And those games that I'm recording are for fun. I am doing a few mods to them. Like you'll see a bit more role playing interest for the Skyrim series whenever I do that at some point. But for those games, I don't really need to do too much with it. I might add the odd mod now and again, depending on not if it's on PC. With Transformers, I'm just recording it as I'm recording it. May or may not buy the odd DLCs, I suppose, if it's worth buying. But we'll see. But yeah, by most of those games, Black Flag, for instance, I've downloaded a bunch of mods. There you go. I've downloaded a bunch of mods that add in makes the detail much more better. And I'm putting a ton of effort into those series as well. Recording as much as I can, doing as much as I can in those series. Even buying some DLC and stuff just to show off every single aspect of that game. I'm doing much as I can, as well as doing hot seats as well as working full time. Don't forget that. that's still a thing. As well as managing the Discord and doing new hot seats, and also keeping doing other things such as tournaments, maybe the odd sort of multiplayer events that I sort of want to get back into again. But yeah, one of the things on my big giant list of things to do is Hotseat overview, Hotseat epilogue videos now. So I've got this one to do. I'm going to be doing them all in order. So Revenge of the Vikings, so Last Kingdom hot seat. We've got the Colliding Worlds America's hot seat, which is setting, one of the America's DLC hot seats. Got a War in the Baltic, which is for Teutonic 3, which I think is my enhanced Teutonic submod that I made well over a year ago now. We've got the Third Crusade submod that was for the Crusades DLC. Another Age of Petty Kings hot seat. It's been so long since that ended, and then another one that started since then. The Ice and Fire Total War Blackfire Rebellion hot seat. Got the Stainless Steel Later Era hot seat to cover. Got the Third Age 4.0 hot seat, back when Third Age 4.0 was Third Age 4.0 and not Third Age 4.5 or whatever it is now. I've got the RP, got Era's Total Conquest hot seat, big roleplay hot seat that's since ended. Got the Spaniard in the Middle Ages hot seat. You have two of these. One was manual resolve, and then one was restricted to auto resolve only. You have another America's hot seat, which I think added Portugal, France, and England's playable factions. You've got the Lucium Total War hot seat for 2.5. That tells you how long ago that was, because now you've had 3.0 and you're about to have the 3.5 release in the next couple months now. Shouldn't be too long. Rome 1, did the Rome 1 hot seat. We did a Age of Total War hot seat, which is for the custom campaign. So basically the base game, really. You have the Realm and Chaos, another one of the Hispanic Middle Ages hot seat, and then you have the War of Usurper, for the War of Usurper submod for Medieval Total War and Westeros Total War. So on to this. So in future, hot seat archives will be a thing. So you get the submission channel, which I think will be the screenshot channel, I'm pretty sure. What's this? Who the hell's deleted user? Of course I want to play more of my favorite. No idea who that is. Yeah, sadly people have left and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, submission channel and probably screenshot haul, and especially with this hot seat here. Who the hell's pinged me? Go away. I'm busy. So submission channel, that's gonna be like a big hot seat archive. So as you can see here, and you'll see with this hot seat here that I'm doing today, you'll be seeing this into one big archive. So it'll be the submission channel or the screenshot channel. And this is the screenshot channel, as you can see here. And then all the stuff, all the rules we posted below, the turn order, the playlist, whatnot, all we post below. You'll notice a few changes with newer hot seats. The information hall, playlist hall, and regulation hall is all in one channel. The information chamber. The submission hall and screenshots is now in the submission district. Discussion hall is now the lobby square. And you've got a new channel called Diplomacy Stand, which is for diplomacy. As you can see, there's been a bit of diplomacy here. Not a lot, though, but you can't expect most people to always do diplomacy stuff. Most people, unfortunately, are fairly busy. But we'll go through this first. So, now, around March 2021, I started doing map updates. Before, I never bothered. Information hall just showed up. I just sent out this, and that's it. I think we had a few more. We had a little issues starting this hot seats. I think we had one version of Last Kingdom wouldn't work for hot seats. Then we had to get the other submod, the latest, might not even be latest now, the 3.9 version to install it. And I think I have to get the Last Kingdom one here to install it, which I think you can still install, which is odd because I'm pretty sure I don't have the file anymore. But okay. But yeah, that's there. If you are interested in more hot seats, jumping into the Discord is the place to go. So this is the map for turn 1. I am going to show this off in game as well in a sec. That's turn 1 map. Got the turn 10 map. You'll notice a few changes around the world. So you obviously have Scotland here, and I'll go through the factions in a bit. But there you go. You'll notice that Normandy fled to Iceland, which I did allow through console commands, because Normandy is very unbalanced. You've got one settlement, you're surrounded by, you've got one, I think, there's one faction there, and another faction in the east. Because Frankia was split into 2 factions, and they were going to get wiped out, so I was like, you know what, I'll send them over to Iceland to give them a second chance. So that's what I did. And there you go. The victors for this hot seat, if I head over to the, so, Hero Shrine. It's up here somewhere. We'll find it in about 200 years. Where is it? There we are. So the Revenge of the Vikings, I used to make like a bigger like thing for it, but now I sort of just don't really care. Now I just sort of like make it a shorter message because I don't have a lot of time. But yeah. So to come to the conclusion, the winners are Donald Trump. So yeah, a guy called Donald Trump, brilliant. He's sadly not on Discord anymore and is no longer around these days. I think he's deleted his Discord, I think he's so far gone. So whether or not he'll return, I don't know. We might not even notice him if he comes back again. So he's playing the Yardom of Vestfold, which is the big red faction up here. You can see they control a bit of Scotland and that as well, and I'll show you that later on. And then we had Denmark, which also won as well, which is the white here. And what was it called? Northumbria was a vassal of the Vikings, which I think is a bit odd, really, because Northumbria is way bigger, but they don't have that many armies. But we'll have another look when we get into the game, of course. But Northumbria was a vassal, which now there is limits on vassals in Hotseat. So as you can see, this guy is massive. So in future, vassals have to be, is it less than 3 settlements, I'm pretty sure. So I think the vassalizing opponent, you have to give them less than 3 settlements. Depending on the certain hot seat, of course, it might be different. But if it's like a team hot seat, that wouldn't be the case. If it was like a Game of Thrones sort of hot seat, then it might be slightly different. But yeah, so the faction leader and faction heir must be dead. Your capital region must be taken, and the faction that needs to be vassalized has to be below 3 settlements, I believe. So 2 settlements he needs to have before it can be vassalized. Whether or not we'll get other settlements after that is yet to be determined from the players and whatnot. But yeah, Danius, Donald Trump weren't particularly the best player. Well, they were good players, but they cheesed the game. Donald Trump was caught cheating at one point. Danius isn't particularly the nicest of guys, considering he was rude. Pretty sure he swore at some of us in Spanish at one point. Not the nicest of guys around. I don't really see a lot of him on the community these days, but we're well rid of him, it seems, which is probably a good thing, really. I think Normandy was also a vassal, and the other Irish factions bent the knee. They had no other chance. There's no chance in the world. And, yeah. The Kingdom of Denmark will hail a new Viking dominion over all of northwestern Europe. They have scored 15 points each to the dwarfs of the north and to the men of the west. Congrats to the winners, and thank you to all the participants who took part in the hot seat. So, yeah. You get points for certain things. That point system has now been revamped in later year. And you can read all about that in the History Guild and in the list archives and the scoreboard and whatnot, which I'll save. But I'm not gonna talk about that. You can read that yourselves. Don't have that kind of time. But yeah, and you got the player list. So we go through the factions. We got Wessex, controlled by Titus, who I think left the faction. There's a lot of that going on where people join factions, they leave due to certain reasons. Some people just leave because they can, some people just leave because they don't, or some people just randomly leave because they can, or they go on holiday and can't play, or just have university, life's busy. I can understand why people leave and whatnot, although it sometimes is a fact when you're trying to get replacements and whatnot. But Titus played Wessex first, and Catarata played Wessex, which I think he swapped. Somehow, there was NATO was playing East Anglia. Catarata was playing as Wessex. I think they swapped around, I think. Because he took over as Wessex. NATO took over as Wessex. And then... I'm trying to think how it went now, because it's such a long time ago this hot seat ended. He said, this is when I set up, 11th of August 2020, like over 2 years ago. Crazy. Yeah, I think they swapped factions, I think. I'm not sure. I think Catterall was getting bored, and I think he couldn't do anything, and NATO said, I'll play, let me see if I can turn it around, and it didn't quite work out, but he gave it a go anyway. NATO, unfortunately, isn't in the server anymore. He's not. NATO is an alright lad, I'm sure. We were once good friends, NATO, but unfortunately we sort of fell out due to issues and whatnot. And rude comments made and stuff, nasty stuff that was made. And NATO certainly won't be seen around. I think he's around in the Hotseat hub, but he certainly won't be here again. I think he's going in the military anyway. I think in Australia, so I doubt. I don't think he'll be a member of on Discord Hotseating anymore. But yeah, I don't really mind talking bad about certain players. Like if you've left for a reason, I'm not gonna defend your name and honor, am I? If you've left, I don't care. if you've left the server or give me reason to dislike you, I'm gonna actively show that dislike. So Mercia was controlled by Burnin. Burnin always a guy that sort of joined with the winning side, really, or try to join the most overpowered alliance, and you'll see that a lot in the hot seats as we go over them. But yeah, Burnin always was sort of the guy that sort of bent over backwards, or not bent over backwards, but sort of always gangbanged a faction and tried to take over and win the hot seat. One of those players that couldn't really take a loss, and used to always bitch about it if he was being treated unfairly and whatnot. Which unfortunately led to his downfall, because I think Burnin, I think he bitched about a rule, and then I think he died. Did he? No, I think he died because of, because he went into Gwynedd and took all their mercenaries. For some fucking reason, I allowed it. I don't know why. That was early me with, because I only started admin Hotseating like July, so I was very new to it. There's a lot of mistakes made over the last 2 years, and now that kind of stuff wouldn't fucking happen because I know what I'm doing. But Berlin eventually got screwed in the end. East Anglia was controlled by NATO. Gwynedd was controlled by Carolus Rex, who's now no longer here. I think he either got bored of Hotseat and just suddenly just vanished off the face of the earth. So, fair enough. Whatever. Dak, which I think was Alter, I think. He used to play Hotseat. He's one of the guys who sort of left on good terms with us, really. There was no issues with him at all. But he left on rather good terms. There was a few instances I think he had with Catterall, if I remember correctly, and a few arguments he had with other people. But at the end, before he left, he made sure that everyone was in relatively good terms with me. He apologised for any wrongdoing, and I can't remember what the reason he left. I think he just retired from Hotseat and sort of he changed his Discord. I think he deleted Discord, I'm pretty sure, but for some reason saved his name as Dak at one point. That 1st of October 2022. But I must have gone through and had a little look and who's playing what and whatnot. And then I think, so yeah, you had Dak who played East Frankia, Alter, I don't know if he had his names changed around several times. Danius who controlled Northumbria, Potato controlled by Munster. Potato's been, MT Explorer, has been doing hot seats for years. He's in a ton of them now, he's still around now, he's one of the higher up admins on the server, and he's been around for a very long time. And he's quite a good friend, and I really must do some more community gaming events and get him involved again. But yeah, he's in a few hot seats at the moment as well. Two Touch the Mads, who used to... No, he's still around. I'm pretty sure he doesn't really talk much on the hot seat. I don't think I've heard a message from him in ages, so he's not very active. But he controlled Hordaland. RP Fighter controlled Denmark, who is active. What was it, Bert? No, Bert is active. He joined the Petty King's hot seat, and RP was active, then he vanished, and RP and Bert have a running theme of joining the server, vanishing, joining the server, vanishing. It's a running theme. But RP did quite well here, he won the hot seat as well. But I think RP vanished for a little while because he won the break, and then I think Donald Trump subbed him, and then eventually RP came back towards the end, and by that point the hot seat sort of wrapped up, and yeah. Yeah, RP Donald Trump, who I think you said of dodgy things. I think he was Russian, I think. So that tells you a lot. Probably supports Putin, I imagine. But who knows. West Frankia was controlled by Norin, who doesn't really do hot. I think he's retired from hot seats now, I think. That's a rhyme. He's left every single server. Okay, he's gone. Big Kiwi, who's still around these days. He's still around the World of the King Ring hot seat. Great guy. And of course, Bert, who took over West Frankia. Great guy again. Timariot, who unfortunately left hot seating, one of my close friends on the hot seating community, and sadly he left and was fucking gutted when he left. He was such a great guy, and losing him was just shit. But yeah, maybe he'll come back. Who knows? But I think he deleted his Discord. I don't know why he had an issue with his PC and just flipped out and deleted his Discord. And then I think he's still around Steam, but I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if he's going to turn up or what. Your Turtle War Master plays Guatland. He is a great YouTuber. He has his own community. Unfortunately, he has a running theme of disappearing. He came back like a month ago and then vanished again, and he's been gone for like a month now again. Then he went away for 7 months before that, I think, and then he's coming back now and again. His server's basically, I wouldn't say in disarray. Aim Nesters, or Neville, how do you pronounce it? This guy is basically the one keeping his server alive. So if it wasn't for him, his server would have died a very long time ago, and it's a wonder the server's still going. Normally it was controlled by Camilla Voss, who was, I think he came from Uzbekistan, I think, or Kazakhstan, somewhere in the east, I think, somewhere in around Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan, and somewhere around there. I remember he was telling me once about how busy. I remember he was very, he was always like telling me about his like 11-hour shifts and whatnot. Like he was a very busy guy. I don't think I've heard much from him in a very long time. Let me have a look. See when the last time he actually put a message on here. 18th of June. Okay, yeah, so I'm assuming he's probably gone. I doubt he's around these days. Connacht was controlled by Sion Kaiser, who unfortunately did devil in some cheating, which earned him some scorn from the server. However, he did leave on good terms in a way. Despite the fact he cheated, he was a nice guy about it. He cheated, I think, because I don't know why he tried to back up the why he cheated, but most of the players, including myself, shut him down. The only reason I didn't ban him from my server is because he gave me names. He used to be part of it. I think he was Argentinian, and he gave me a bunch of names of people that have like done. I mean, I don't know if they're still in Hotseats now. I think most of them are in like different, like an Argentinian community, which no one that I know has been in there at all. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. But he cheated, used the cheat engine and fucked around in one of the Hispania Hotseats. I'll mention that when the time comes. But he cheated. He did it. He admitted to it as well, and we found him out. And I see if I can find it because it's actually kind of interesting. I thought, was it this one or was it? I don't think it was here. No, I think it was in this hot seat. Because we got him to confess and everything. Yeah, here we go. Fantasy games are really. Let's see. This will help prevent future. Yeah. So he basically he sent everything to me about how to cheat with cheat engine. He sent me every single detail, and he also gave me the names of every single person that he knows that have cheated in the past, corrupt admins, people that have basically like flaunted their responsibilities as admins, and he's gone and he basically confessed and gave me every single name and list of name. What I think we ended the hot seat because there wasn't really much way to continue because he cheated so much that it was just kind of fucked. I can't remember. I'm gonna have a quick notice. Yeah, he gave me a bunch of these names here. Gave us a massive list of people. I think he also DM'd me some stuff as well. Yeah, because Danny's also was from there as well. Bit of a slightly dodgy thing. I think if I find it, hang on. Because I fucking knew about it. I had a feeling he was cheating. Although it's a little iffy if he was or not. I'm trying to see if I can find the actual messages where we found him out. Hang on. Yeah, because he tried to, like, play it off as he wasn't cheating. Where was it? I'm trying to find it. Yeah, because he tried to slip out the hot seat before we found him out, and it didn't work. Because then Jimmy got involved to try and find out what the fuck was going on, because his finances were ridiculously high. I think it was... Yeah, he tried to flip out, saying he like this massive issue, and it was going fucking down. And he was trying to like play it off, and it was just being stupid. And I was just like, what? Why? I got a bunch of people to like investigate it. It makes me laugh how he tried to like go for all this to try and get out of it, but he eventually confessed anyway, so it's hilarious. And he was just kind of being a bit rude as well. And then we were just like fucking him over. Got stabbed by Fable. Yeah. So like he was fucked. And then Danny said, from his reaction, I don't believe I have a genuine cheater. Yeah, that's exactly what Stunning wants you to think. And yet he was fucking lying the whole time. And Danny tells me to trust him all the time, but I don't think he was quite right. And let's be under anymore. It was fun. Yeah, and it was a bit of an odd answer. He said that it's just like it's such a like sort of he was trying to get the fuck out and whatnot. I mean, we haven't kicked you out. Neither have we passed. So you sell this, and Jimmy wants to get the bottom of this, and so do I, and he eventually did. We haven't kicked you out. Neither have we passed a sentence, but if we could have reached a conclusion, that would be helpful. So the fact that he wouldn't give us a conclusion or help us. I know this video's got a bit of a tangent, but the fact that he wouldn't help us or give us anything just showed that he was cheating straight away. Yeah, we had a couple people playing and subbing our factions, but it happens when people leave, and it's either that or AI the faction. So what can you do? Where is it? Well, we can carry on this matter, and no matter about this. Yeah, I just kept pushing him. I was like, get to the bottom of this. He just wouldn't fucking do it. And I got Melissa had to look at it as well. Another one of the admins. Timariot and Fable all came with suspicions. Therefore, is cheating scripts. The first two. Shoot engine. But he's trying to like fucking around. I don't know what he was doing. As you can see, it's pretty sus that you wish to leave before we investigate the matter further and hopefully prove innocence. Like, it's just so sucking sus. And then he goes, since it's hot, so no one's declared them to leave anyway. I just made myself sure to put 50k each of the last 10 or 12 times. He was cheating. The game was really lost anyway, since I would not keep playing anyway. I think he's going to leave Hotseat afterwards anyway. I don't know what the fuck. The first support of the scripts is they gave 1 million florins. He got annoyed about that, which is already an issue that I was trying to fix anyway. Couldn't do much about it. So you were stress tension. I knew it. I was so fucking happy I knew it. I knew it as well. I was so fucking happy that I fucking figured it out as well. I was so happy. And he was just backing up why he did the cheat engine. And I was just going, revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think? Really open me empty shit as I could fry him. Yeah, and for some reason Danny's got like a right fucking pain in the ass for empty. He's like, really wants to kill him. And I pointed out to the directors and councillors of different Hotseat servers and whatnot, and said, look, by the way, watch out for this guy. So that was fun. Deleted. Oh, that was Timariot, I think. So yeah, we ended the Hotseat because there was just no way we continue. I'm not going to give it to a cheater after all. I think he gave me a bunch of stuff and pointed out, be careful, you install a virus. Yeah, I think I've also blacklisted Kaiser as well. So even if he came back, I will not have him in Hotseats again. But it's not okay. Anyway, he's going to university, so yeah, he's not going to. I doubt he's going to be coming back. You know, I let him live because he didn't admit it, and he also and plus I can let him. I can ping him in like all my videos and all that. And actually, do you know what I'll do? I'll give him the enforcer role. And every single video I upload, I will use that role. And one day they come on Discord and there'll be like 2,000 pings. Perfect. But yeah, we'll talk about that in the hot seat. Sorry, it's gone a little while. Anyway, back to Connacht, Stein Kaiser, but Fighter was controlled by Neill and then succeeded by Mythic, and who more of another YouTuber. Big Kiwi controlled Alba. Myself, who was the admin. Originally, we used to use Rebels as the admin faction, but then that sort of changed. Oh, my food. I don't think that was Dan. I think that was Donald Trump, I think. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't know what... I think they stopped... I don't know what the hell they were doing, but I eventually just got bored and concluded it. Because they weren't playing, and I was just like, well, do you want me to end the hot seat or not? I tried to use a reminder thing as well, and that didn't work. Yeah, I'm not so. Turns. These are the regulations. The rules have had a much bigger revamp since this, don't worry. This is the rules back in the early Hotseat, and then if I show you the rules in the latest Hotseat, if I go to this one, for example, let's have a look at the rules, shall we? Let's start here. Military rules, diplomacy rules, map rules, agent rules, White Walker rules, Discord rules, and then this massive list of universal hot-seating exploit list, which I'll show you. Big list, giant list. Do I expect people to read it all? Probably not, but yeah, whatever. There's no way you're going to get away with cheating this one. You follow the rules or you die. It's basically the sum of that. Yeah. Section hall, I think I ended that, and that's funny. Hey everyone, I'll be working on the Hotseat overview of his last Kingdom Hotseat. Which can you expect next Saturday? Oh, that was so funny. That was so funny. Because I think it ended, when it ends, 13th of August last year. Yeah, well over a year ago. People voted. Yes, I think we did a vote, and everyone's pretty happy. And I just clicked for both so people can click on it straight away. And then we did. And I said, howdy everyone, how are we working on the Hotseat review for Last Kingdom Hotseat, which you can expect next Saturday on the 26th of March 2022, which came and went. Yeah, better late than never, I suppose. What the hell happened on the 20th? Oh, no idea. No one really said anything apart from Danny 2 months later. But yeah, and then you got screenshots, which is... Who was this? I don't know why. It's fucking Donald Trump. He always put spoilers on his bloody thing for some reason. Also, this is around the time I was watching Vikings, so I was super into this hot seat at the time. Yeah, he was fighting the Irish. There's a picture of Lagerfeld at the bottom there while watching the Denmark guys raping everybody. Got the Magyars, which are sort of a horde faction. Viking scums. Yeah. Then you had more battles. That's all I need to show you there. Right, let's have a look at the actual mod itself, and I'll show you the turn 1. Just to go for a quick preview. I won't go through everything apart from the final turn. Because I don't have like the first, because I think I started this when I had the disc version of the game. Now it's a bit different, so I'm going to show you the earliest turn I got. I could go back and find the turn, but I can't be bothered. Alright, let's go have a look at Wessex. I don't know how long the loading screen takes, it shouldn't be too long. Yeah, I'm sure this video is a little longer than normal. It's the first Hotseat epilogue video I've done in a while, so you know, it's likely going to be a bit longer. When it's built load, I don't know. You'll just have to see. Right. And can I point out how good Last Kingdom is? Oh, and also in that thought I made earlier, I say if I was doing Last Kingdom and I wanted to do a Hotseat, and I was playing as the Last Kingdom mod, and I made some edits to the files, whatnot, there's a good chance those edits to the files would make it into, say, a Hotseat. If I want to do a Hotseat for Last Kingdom, then those edited files will probably make an appearance for Last Kingdom. There will be separate versions and files, like there won't be like one big giant map. Oh, my humidifier is making my keyboard wet. I don't even want to destroy my keyboard just yet. If I move it over here a bit, there we go, that's better. Right, I'd say if I did a Hotseat like a custom general thing, then maybe I'd just focus on a couple factions. Like say if I was playing as, like, say, Hordaland, then I'd focus on Hordaland themselves. So I'd just focus on the factions around, probably. I'd make Hordaland, maybe I'd make that as a version 1, or if I have a bit of time, I'd put a bit of effort into the other factions around, like Vestfold, the Swedish guys, I think they were called, Denmark, and maybe, like, I think there was a Viking faction somewhere, or there used to be. Oh, yeah, yeah, Viking. So, maybe I'll make a bit of edits to that, who knows, we'll see. But right, let's have a look at the map. You've got Wessex, so this is the family tree. On the top, you've got Iceland, which is where the Normandy Empire eventually went off to. You've got Normans there, who are very unbalanced, as you can see, not very balanced. But in my older Hotseats, I never really bothered all that much about balance, unless there was a particularly good enough reason for me to change it. Now and again, it hasn't changed a whole lot, really. I'm still not all that fussed about balancing Hotseats out too much. I do what I can, do my best in what I can. I'm not over the top about changing things and all that. I tend to, if people want me to do changes, then they want me, and then people push me and say, do change and do that, do this and do that, do that. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. If you want me to, if you want like this and that, then you need to actually do it yourself, because I'm not doing it, not sitting down, spending ages doing it. Anyway, let's have a look at the factions. So we got, is that Vestfold? Yeah, Vestfold. Have a little village up there, which I think is starting off with bad public order, if I remember correctly. You've got Vestfold over here. There's a few little settlements in the west, in British Isles as well. You've got Hordaland over there. You've got Vestfold right over there. You've got Guatland, which is down here. You've got Denmark, nice big kingdom. Most of their armies, we've got one army here under Lagafer. Cool. Lagafer definitely should deserve more command. And you've got another army over there. I'll look at that in a sec. So you got east, so you got the Magyars, which I can't remember if which were controlled by Timariot. That was on the thing, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so Timariot controlled those guys. He had some fun with them. I think I remember correctly, at some point he left the Hotseat. I can't remember what the situation was, but he left. And I think I gave... And the Magyars didn't do fuck all for like they sat in the end of the map and did nothing. And I think eventually... East Frankia just didn't bother with them. And eventually I gave him... eventually Timariot came back to play the faction, and he basically carried on and managed to do loads with them. When East Frankia's back was turned. I think East Frankia was AI at one point, I think. That's the Magyars, that's East Frankia. We just got up here, they got Aachen as their capital. Or Aachen, however you pronounce it. You got West Frankia to the west, over at Paris, which is, of course, the capital. This is the Rise of the Northmen, or Rise of the Norsemen, or something, Viking submod for Last Kingdom. I think the 3.9 version, because 3.6 is the normal, the more refined version of the game, I'd say. You've got Iceland to the north, which I showed a minute ago. You've got the Orkney Islands and whatever the other ones. Yeah, Orkney Islands there. And you've got fuck's sake, what is it called? What is it called? I should know. Oh, that's it. Fire Jar, which I think is the Norway one. I think this one is the... I can't remember. One of them's owned by the Brits nowadays, and one isn't. And one's owned by Norway. There's a big Viking navy for you to have fun with. I think caused some players some issues. You got the Scots up here, control Dunchillen, and Ibn, and eventually would have been known as Inverness, but in this time in Inverness, I think it's called Illigan. You've got Crinan and Aya, and you've got the Blam Macfoltak. Let's try it again. Blair Macfoltak, I think, something like that. But that's the Hordaland guys. Vestfold, sorry. So Vestfold are over here, and had a good advantage over Scotland. A little bit overpowered, really, but yeah, Donald Trump was a good player. So we got the Neill, how do you pronounce it? The Neill, I think. But yeah, they control the northern part, a bit of Ulster and Northern Ireland. Got West Ireland held by Connacht. I'm pretty sure Steinkar didn't cheat in this one. I think it was only the other Hotseat he cheated on, as far as I know. He could have made a small little changes there, but a little dodgy, but there you go. And you had, of course, Munster in the south. And of course you had Hordaland, who had a big garrison at Dublin, or Dublin, I think. That's Donegal, but I think it's Donegal, or Casa Doom. I think it's Donegal, I think. And some more Irish rebel settlements there, and then move it on to the British, or one to England itself. Got Bebbanburg. Yes, I'm Uhtred of Bebbanburg. I've come to reclaim my homeland. Yeah, great place. I've been to Bebbanburg. Well, Bamber, as it's known now. I've been a bit further south. No, maybe not. Got Berwick upon Tweed, which I've been to. Dumfries, which I've also been to. Which this is eventually going to be Edinburgh, which I've also been to. I've been up to Stirling around here, which I've been to. I've been up Inverness last year. Fantastic holiday for 2 weeks. Lovely place. Stayed in the most beautiful lodge and ranch I've stayed in ages. Lovely place. Inverness, fantastic place. Even went down here a bit. I can't remember the name of the castle, but it's a lovely castle down there. And yeah, lovely fucking place. Beautiful hot place for holiday. yeah, Scotland, lovely place. I'd love to live there if I could, but it's just too far away. And for those wondering where I live around... Ooh, I guess around Reading, because I don't live in Reading, I live in Bracknell, which is... I want to say east, because this is meant to be Berkshire, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, east, so around here somewhere. Windsor's up here somewhere. Because obviously I work at Legoland, Windsor, so naturally I'm actually not that far away from Windsor, like 15 minutes away. And I live probably around there, I think, I'm pretty sure. So we've got Northumbria to the north, big kingdom. Of course, Bedinburgh, beautiful. Which is, of course, their capital as well, which is cool. Dunholm, which I think is... I was going to say... No, that's not Durham. Durham's further north, I think. I could be wrong. I've been to Durham. I went there earlier this year. Lovely holiday. We really must do some foreign holidays to other countries. Like maybe I want to go to Ireland at some point, so I've never been there before. I'd love to go to Rome. I'd love to go to Italy. That's where I want to go. I want to do a tour around Italy. Go to Florence, Milan, Genoa, Pisa, Venice. Did I say Venice? I don't think I did. Venice, Florence, Rome, possibly Naples. Definitely the ruins of Pompeii. That'd be so cool. I really must go there. Mercia, you got Tamworth, which is used to be the capital, I'm pretty sure. Now most Americans will look at this and say, Leicester. No, it's actually Leicester. It's pronounced really fucking weird, but it's actually Leicester. Leicester. It's really weird. And a lot of people look at that and think, Leicester? But no, it is actually Leicester. Most Americans, when they come to England, they always call it Leicester. No, it's just Leicester. Why it's pronounced like that, or spelled out like that, I do not know. But Lincoln, got Hampton, and Worcester. But that used to be I used to hate pronouncing that. Most Americans will look at that and think Worcester. But that is actually... Oh, no, I'm doing it wrong. It's Worcester, not. But yeah, most people look at that and say Worcester. It's actually Worcester. There you go. Bit of, yeah. On to Wales, in the land that you can't pronounce shit. Ruthven, which I think is... I'm not even going to try and... Got Mathrafel, which I cannot remember the name of. Montgomery. No, it's not Montgomery, is it? Is it Montgomery? I could be wrong. I'm not too sure. I'm quarter Welsh. I should know a bit about Wales, but then again, Wales in the 865 AD. I'm not going to know too much about that. This is eventually going to become Cardiff, Cartharidon. I could be wrong. Secondly, Wales is a beautiful place. I've been there before. Last year. For my 20th birthday, I went to the North Wales. Beautiful place. And to wrap things up, I've got East Anglia, Ipswich, Norfolk isn't... Well, it's all Norfolk, but yeah, whatever. Elmham. Then you've got the Denmark guys. You've got how do you pronounce it? Konungur Ragnar, which is king in Danish. Konungur is king in Danish. And Ragnar is Ragnar. I don't know if there's a translation. They got Ivar the Boneless as well. Ragnar's favourite prize son. And of course you got Wessex down here. You got London, which is rebel. We got Canterbury, Chelsea, Wintancester, which I must go because I have tickets. Because I went to with my family, of course. I went to the Winchester Cathedral, massive cathedral, fantastic place. And I've got tickets that last till the 3rd of December, and it's the 6th of November. I want to fit in a trip to Winchester at some point. The Isles White, which I can't. Newport, isn't it? I think the capital. I'm not too sure. Bristol. I think that's meant to be Bristol. I think. Yeah, that is Bristol eventually. Got Reading, Dorchester, which I don't know what it's called. Dorchester. Dorchestershire. I should really just call it, I can't say Bridport, that's not Dorset. But then Dorset's sort of a region though, isn't it really? Just, whatever. Isn't it? I should know this. Exancester, which is Exeter. Totnes, you got Riscamal, which is Land's End, which is where once, it was said King Arthur's kingdom was over here somewhere. But it's sunk beneath the ocean now, sadly. If it ever existed, of course. But that is the opening turn 1 map, and now we'll have a look at the final map. I think I might show the admin password, which doesn't matter, because all the Hotseats, I used to have the Hotseats that had the same admin password, but they didn't. But they actually weren't. But it's actually log on, it's actually Skywalker. Would you believe it? Funny, I know. But yeah, all Hotseats that had Skywalker's admin password now finished. Oh, look at that Scottish music. Love it. Right, let's just turn up a bit more. I'll get copyright, but fuck it. Epic. But yeah, let's have a little look at. I'll turn it down actually. But yeah, let's have a look at the map, shall we? Whoa, there's a lot going on. You got Normandy up in Iceland. They've taken all of it, and some of the islands as well. They've also taken these lands here and that one on the west. Yep. You can see Normandy. Northumbria is taken up by most of Britain. Are basically the kings of England, I'm pretty sure. All in the vassalage and service to the kings of the north, the Vikings and whatnot. Oh yeah, for some other reason, Donald Trump and I think for some reason, obviously Danis, like, for some reason did it, but he used to play as he used to rename all the factions in capital letters to just strange things. They also got control of the Vikings faction, which was meant to be an admin faction, which was, I think I punished the crap out of Danis for it, because he was playing the admin faction, which is this one. Eventually they were going to be like used for admin events, but they never could do it. And I must have forgotten to turn them AI, and I noticed that Danis was using them, and he didn't tell me this, but after his turn he played them, and literally and didn't tell anybody about it. I don't know if he even told Donald Trump about it, to be honest. I can't remember if I made them a playable, just so I can show you them. I'm not too sure. I think I did, yeah. I'll find their ships on fleet somewhere, but he's using their fleet for his own gains. Of course, when I found out about this, I was very pissed off about it. And it almost went to the stage of me kicking him out of the Hotseat, to be honest, because he... the fact that he did it and didn't tell a soul that he actually did it, which I just thought was fucking very dishonourable. And yeah, like, you're controlling the faction that you should be controlling, and the fact that he stayed quiet about it and didn't tell anybody, didn't tell me, didn't tell any other player, he told absolutely no one, and I was just fucking furious at him that he told not a soul. I think I fined him or something. I can't quite remember what I did exactly, but I'm pretty sure I fined him. I'm pretty sure I deleted his fleet as well. I deleted the fleet as well. But whatever. You can see Norrigsveldi, whatever the hell that means, I do not know. But he controls most of Norway now. The Viking faction over at Valhalla. Cool. Which used to have like playable events in the other mod, but I think for Hotseats either doesn't work or just didn't. Oh, just doesn't work in this mod for whatever reason. Denmark controls all of this. You can see the Magyars actually tried to hop out of their try to attack, but I think Denmark's preparing to hit them. There's another settlement here they missed. You've got some settlements here, and Denmark obviously controls southern east bit here, and obviously some. And you can see Northumbria was starting their invasion of Ireland at the time. But yeah, we'll jump out of Toggle Phone and have a little look at the factions each on the go. I always like to have a little look and see what the players have done with these factions. Right, let's have a look at the family tree. The Kingdom of Neill, I think, or Neill, or something like that. How do we pronounce it? The unit cards and info cards are always a bit messy for this sub mod. In the base base Last Kingdom mod, it was so much more refined and better. So he survived. The faction leader survived to the age of 52. And yes, 879. I think it's 865. I think we looked at 865. So we've gone to 879. So yeah, he's now Ardray Edher is now still the faction leader. His youngest son, or could be an adoption, I'm not sure. Yeah, it might be adoption, because obviously players do tend to adopt, because you can wait if you want to for certain faction members to come of age, but in this time, it's just not going to happen. But yeah, it's very unlikely. You're in Hotseats, the game the game does take a while, and players do and Hotseats tend to end in smaller turns rather than like turn 50 or turn 100, depending if you were playing single player. Love the music, but I'm going to turn it down a bit. But yeah, the Hotseat's going a lot quicker. Well, not really a lot quicker, because a lot of time goes in between most months. Like months, some of this Hotseat went on for about a year. So most Hotseats go and take a good long while to go on. So it takes a very long time for Hotseats to kick off. Look, Ayla. Was that King Ayla by any chance? Or was King Ayla before he bent over backwards for the Vikings? But yeah, Hotseats don't take that long. They turn 29. They take a long time. What am I trying to say? They take a very long time in real life, but in the actual game itself, you only really get to like turn 29 or turn 40 at the most. I mean, some Hotseat, there was one that went till turn 100, but it was like 4 years. That's how long the Hotseat took, and it's like 4 years, 8 months, or something like that. It's a long time. His princess died tragically, which I'm not sure what the hell happened there. I hope someone didn't agent stomp her, because that's banned. But then again, I might not have banned it in this Hotseat, so, you know, besides this is long-ended, so I'm not going to contest and try and cause issues now. Donald the Grim, does he have a faction heir? He should do. Yeah, he does, but he's not in the family tree for some reason. That's weird. So over at Ard Hacker, however you pronounce that, he's got a little navy here, a warship. Did he have anything else around? He's got a merchant trading some ivory over there, and a spy over at Sydney and Dumfries at the moment. The faction heirs are here, and he's got the faction leader in the same army. So if you took that settlement, they'd probably die. So that would be good. And there's some of the units he had there. Got his little navy there. And Donegal was held by this other family leader, who is the actual best general they have. But yeah, as you can see, the Irish factions were very much about to be destroyed fairly soon. They could bunker down, hold out in their settlements, but inevitably they will die. Or they would have died. Moving on to the southern Irish kingdoms. You've got... Oh, this elder son died. They actually survived. The Irish guys didn't do a whole lot. King of Munster, Sen Phelad. He's the king. And you've got his son who unfortunately died. You've got a daughter there. Guess that makes him the heir. Tim Hidder MacFergal. He is the... Well, actually didn't say he's the heir. Not sure why. This guy's really good general. Holy crap. A bunch of other kids that didn't come of age. I mean, maybe some of these heirs are already chosen, like, in-game, but I don't know. Dunchard, I think his name is, and Fergal, his family member. A bunch of admirals around the area, which couldn't really do a lot. I think they just tried to defend their lands and whatnot. This is being taken. There's a unit of 2F Duo in there, which will likely die fairly soon. You've got Imlek Blair, which has one of the family members inside, one of the best generals in here. And you've got Killearn, which has the faction heir inside. They took that settlement there. We've got this big army here with no general. I think that might have been assassinated. Or was it? What happened to this guy? Oh, died in battle. Okay, it's probably not assassinated. He might have been held out when that settlement there and died when they took it. I love the Irish music, right? Got to go to Ireland at some point. Get me to Ireland. I want to go to Belfast as well to see the... Is it Belfast or Dublin? When they had the Game of Thrones exhibition and stuff. We've got a bunch of agents in here trying to defend it all. And there's faction leader and one of the other family members in here as well, defending the place. How long? Well, I imagine the siege of Dublin would have gone for many, many years. Or many, many turns anyway. The Magyars tribe, which I can adopt on, but I won't. And yeah, you can see the Vikings were going in on the Magyars. Which they did quite well, but they aren't going to last very long. Got Prince Arpad, who's the faction leader. Got Prince Zoltar, and you got one of the captains over there. Very much cavalry focused guys, and some infantry, not a lot though. Got Bullison, which is their capital. No, it's this place. It's Hildishim, I think. Got a Bok, which are quite heavily armored as well. They of course come from the east. Got another army heading north. This guy with the faction leader was about to meet his end, it seems. Got this guy in one of the faction heirs. You got this guy in one of the faction heirs, Prince, I think. And Roggenval also going after them. And I think to the north you have Rerick, and you have an army here, which I think was heading towards this settlement over there. I imagine they probably would have head that way just to try and grab some more land. Would it have saved them? Probably not. If there's, I think there's an auto-resolve Hotseat, so you couldn't have fought any battles manually. So, yeah. Many agents around? Nope, all the agents are dead. Oh, okay. Right, that's it for the Magyars. Not a lot to show. There's a fort there. No, it was. I think they must have owned it, but I think they might have held it. And you got the Norwegian colony in Iceland, which sort of bent the knee to the... It's like a Middle Eastern thing, though. So you've got... Oh, all of them survived. Holy crap. You've got Dux Berenger, who's still alive, the age of 54. Lord Gaedon the Glorious. GF Roy. You've got Raybell. You got some other kids and whatnot. And you see, it takes a while for kids to come of age, so you can't... You really need to adopt to keep up with other players, really. In this army, you've got some Vikings in there. More Vikings and the faction leaders inside. We've got Geoffrey, one of the family members. Lord Gaedon up there, and is it Reykjavik, I think? They looks like that's going to rebel soon. Yeah, most of the armies and stuff, they don't have a lot of troops. Despite them coming to have a second chance in Iceland, they're not very rich and couldn't really build up enough to really do anything in a Hotseat, apart from become a vassal. Blake and Mechfoltak, that's got a couple units inside, just garrisoning these, really. What was the agents doing? There's a few here. Diplomat in Scotland, merchant over in Iceland. Got one of the bards in the sea and the longship. Another spy, who are also on the sea. These guys are on the sea. I think they were going up to cause trouble, I think. That's Normandy, or the Iceland colony. Rebels, oh yes. Is it still Skywalker for the Rebels, or is it something different? Yeah, it is. Ooh. What music is that? That's some good. That's some Danheim music. Red Scott. Bunch of rebels up. Oh, that guy's really good. Holy crap. You got Solve Glove. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I won't go through the rebels too much, but yeah, they're there pretty much. Let's just turn the sound down a bit. And Denmark. So on to turn 30. So going to... Oh, wow, look at the family tree for this massive load. Jesus. Ragnar Lothbrok died peacefully, sadly. How anticlimactic. I suppose 870 something. Oh, maybe it's gone on a bit further. We've got Sigurdur, which is Ragnar's father. Yeah, Collinger Ragnar the Far Travel, which is not a bad name for him, really. Yeah, Ivar. Oh, Ivar the Boneless died in battle. That's surprising. Yeah, Ragnar the Far Travelled. We've got Ubba, one of Ragnar's sons, who I can't actually click on. That's strange. Maybe I can't click on these. Maybe these guys aren't actually around or something. Strange. We got Collinger Sigurd, which I think is Sigurd Snake in Eye. So that's cool. He's around. You got his sons and relatives and all that. Lifston, he's got a couple kids. Who did he marry? That's some random woman. Aslog. Yeah, who Ragnar did marry and obviously married with Lagavor years earlier. Bjorn is around. I think he may have died though, but I'll have a look. Sigstein. You've got Toki and Sigtrigger. Well, Sigtrig, I think. Got Vial Jalma, who died in battle. You've got Prince Fornjot. I got Roggenval, great warrior. Got Bjorn. Oh, that's Bjorn Ironside. I think he adopted him as an adoptee. But yeah, Bjorn Ironside. You can tell it's him. 10 Star General, 10 Dread, 9 Loyalty. The guy is a great warrior, shield bearer. You just know it's him. He's got a dragon standard as well. Really cool. Yeah, he's awesome. Bjorn Ironside, best character. Sigfred, Hundolf, and yeah, that's it. Who else? Is Lagavor still around? Yeah, Lagavor still alive. 44. Looking pretty good for 44. But I think she should be older than that, actually. Guthrum. Oh yes, Guthrum. He eventually gets baptized and becomes a Christian. You know, most of these portraits are from Medieval 1 Total War, which is cool. Got some of their agent stuff and whatnot in different areas of land. And here's a barbarian Rome 1 Total War 1 portrait. Bunch of spies and assassins, plenty of stuff around. Let's have a look up here. Got Varaberg, no one inside there. Oh, there's Hastein's going after taking Lindholm. Good. I can't remember if they had that before. They rebelled. I think they may not have bothered to take it. I don't think. Ripper, that place. Look, I won't pronounce some of these. Hammerberg, Bremen. You got one of the ships here. Liston's going over to that way to Rerick. You can see that army is going over there. Yeah. More units come over there as well. Got a small army. Oh, that's sneaky. They've got a little army hidden over here. That's kind of sneaky. I like it. So I imagine they'll probably try and take that at some point when they can. But yeah, they're besieging this army here. Redscott, whatever the hell that means. Coln, Munster, Lagerfors inside there. Aachen, Dorestad. Yeah, if I was doing a custom general overhaul with Denmark, I'd have loads of Vikings characters in this. Like, you think Lagerford? No, we'd have we'd have Floki, we'd have a bunch of Ragnar's friends. It would be cool. Rollo as well, he'd be here as well. You know, those Rollos meant to be really with Normandy. It's the timeline's a little bit overplayed, especially in the Viking show, but yeah. This is set during the time period of Last Kingdom, but then Ragnar Lothbrok's still alive, but yeah, it's a little.
Honor dictates I inform you. I
intend to attack. I swear it's Julian Ducasse from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Sherberg, got the faction leaders in there. Bjorn's in Winchester. Chelsea. No doubt Bjorn's dancing with a certain queen of England, probably. I think that's all there is there. It's got some ships going north to raid the land, raid the ports and whatnot. Got Norgdisvelder, wherever you pronounce that. This has probably got a lot of adoptions. Yep. So look at agents. Got Floki. Bunch of agents. This guy invested well in agents. Harold the Red, I'm pretty sure, is meant to be Halfdan the Black. Where's you had Olafur, and then you had where's Harold? Wasn't there meant to be Harold, Halfdan's brother? I wonder why he inherited, not this guy. Strange. Yeah, Halfdan the Black died peacefully, of old age probably. He died peacefully long ago. He died long ago before the game started. You had Lendermadr Guttorm the Honest, son of Sigurd. Oh, okay, cool. One of his sons died in battle. The other son died in battle as well. You had Penningir, really great commander. Got a long sword with him. Yeah, Conungur Harold the Red, which I think is the Harold that united Norway one day. I think it's him, or it might be somewhere else, I'm not too sure. You had Kolbane, great general again. And Hrolfu, unfortunately died in battle. He's got quite a few stuff around. He's got Vic. Let's have a look at the top here, actually. What was that portrait? I should have checked that. Carla, you've got a few troops there. You've got guys garrisoning villages and whatnot. Got this big rebel army here, which you might have to deal with at some point. There's a lot of big rebel armies I find in this mod, which isn't too bad. But it's a bit challenging when you're trying to conquer the world. Especially the Hotseat is a little bit of a nuisance. We've got Aslo, which is eventually Oslo in years to come. Tingvala, Velalandir, Skara, which had who inside? Yeah, no one important. Have you got a spy over there?
Order.
It didn't have any killers, didn't have any troops landing over there. Sort of let Normandy do all the work. Athelay the Simple. She can get some mercenaries if he wants to. Yeah, mercenary pool is nice and big for this mod. Ragnvold. I think he was probably grouping that army up to go and attack Ireland. Probably for the extra reinforcements. yeah, that's basically it for these guys. Anyone interesting? No. I'll skip the follow AI movements. We'll be here all day. I want to go to bed. Got Anglia, which is obviously Normandy. Ethelwerd. Oh, death stalks the land. Didn't kill him, but he's got the plague. So I imagine he'll probably die. What's that, what film is that from? I have no idea. It's not, nothing recent. Got a bunch of the spies, diplomats and whatnot. Plenty of them. I won't go through them all and be here all day. Looking at the family tree. All nice and big, this one. Wow. Right, where do we begin? Ethelred died peacefully. Let's pull the game. We've got Ayla, which I'm pretty sure was Ayla, king of Northumbria, the one who killed Ragnar Lothbrok in the lore. Historically. Got a son who unfortunately died of plague too long ago, 4 years ago. Beomund, who recently came of age at the age of 14. They must come of age at 14 in this mod. Ethelwerd. Wolnoth. It's got Sinwolf. And you've got Osbert. Wait, is that a reference to Uhtred, possibly? Ethelhelm. No, I don't think so. No. That's probably a little reference to Uhtred, though. Osbert. I think he had his own brother killed, if I remember correctly. Edwulf. You had Beatrix, who died of plague. You had Alcuin. Uhtred, not Uhtred. Uhtred. Kildred. Ethelhelm. I think that's it, really, apart from other ones that haven't come of age yet. Yeah, Normandy's got a not Normandy. I don't want to keep saying Normandy. Northumbria's got a lot of stuff. Ayla the Killer is leading an attack on this place. One guy in that fort. There's no rules and forts in this Hotseat, I'm pretty sure. So you can stick one unit in the fort if you want. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there was anyway. And if there is at this point, I'm not gonna bother pointing out or reprimanding people now. Not when it's been over a year since this Hotseat ended. Yeah, I hope to do a bit more of these Hotseat epilogue videos. Hopefully we'll do a bit more and try and make up for lost time, really. Bebumba. Caerluin. Caerluin? Yeah. Okay, very powerful kingdom. They are the victors of the victors of the game anyway.
Sire.
They're very strong.
Joining forces.
Noble ones from the north. Where's that fleet? Magyar 5. This is one of their ships I think I disbanded, I think. One got away, I think. Oh, there it is. That's the Viking fleet that he was using for his own gains. Which I did make his fashion AI, but I made him human just to show him off today. Jarl Ager. You've got Len Mother Sally, which you can, well, which you can probably use as a proper faction in this, because they're not really, but you can. We've got Valhalla, which is their sort of settlement. And Connacht are at full circle pretty much. Oh no, do we see Connacht? I don't think we did, no. No, we didn't actually. Oh. I'm not sure what happened there, but okay. Cathal Mac Conquerbar. Conquerbar? Yeah. Talik Mac Conquerbar. And you got Fury Aed. See, and you got this faction leader, Riri Conquerbar. I apologise for all the Irish people that I just offended by pronouncing that name wrong. You got Lumnach, which seems to be alright, yeah. A lot of big army here, ready for a war. All of these Irish Dartmen. Yeah, a lot of big armies ready for a big invasion. And that brings us to the end. Full circle. Kingdom of UI Neill. But yeah. As we end off on some nice Irish music, or Scottish music, or Gaelic music anyway. But yeah, that is the end of this Hotseat epilogue. It feels good to be getting back in the swing of things again with the Hotseats. And I hope to carry on a bit more. We've got a lot of fun Hotseats coming up soon. So hopefully we should have plenty to show. We got about, what, how many is it? No, it doesn't matter. there's a loads coming. There's a lot coming, I can tell you that. So yeah, stay tuned, plenty to come. I will probably be pumping out a lot of Hotseat Epilogue videos as much as I can. Again, to make it for lost time and just to get ahead of the game, really, because there's so many I've got to do. And it's probably good to try and get them done as soon as possible. So expect to see more as time goes on. And of course, we'll be covering them for new and old and hot seats and stuff that's ongoing now. Unless it's a hot seat that I'm not actually hosting, and in which case I won't. And if I'm helping out, I probably won't cover because it's not my hot seat. So I have no reason to. But that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm happy to get back into it. I'm looking forward to doing more. What was the next one after this? I can't see it because it's not on my screen. Ah, it doesn't matter. Well, I think it's Americas, I think, or is it Britannia? No idea. You'll find out. You'll see it soon. Oh yeah, also, just to mention, the thumbnail... The thumbnail will, of course, still say Hotseat Overview and Time-Lapse. I made those thumbnails ages ago. Back, I think, it must have been beginning of the year, I think, when I made those thumbnails. And I'm not going to change them again. I can't be bothered to remake the thumbnails just to take out the overview and time-lapse bit. So, for the time being, it's going to stay there for a bit. But, yeah. Going in the future, most Hotseat thumbnails will have Epilogue on it, not overview and time-lapse. But I can't be bothered to go through and change all these, like, 10, 15 something Hotseat, the thumbnails that I made for them. They're all overview and time-lapse, so I can't be bothered to go through them all and change them. I'm sorry. So, just bear with that for now. It's just going to say overview and time-lapse when it isn't really. But yeah. Eventually, everything will be known as Epilogue going forwards. I'm sad about not doing the time-lapses and overviews. Overviews, really, I mean, it's basically the same thing, really, overviews. Except overviews, I'd be going through and talking a bit more about the different wars and conquests and whatnot and stuff like that. But it's pretty obvious. Looking at the map, it's pretty damn obvious. Some hot seats where, like the RP Era's Total Conquest, where it's going to be an epilogue, that's not going to be easy to do because there's a lot going on. I won't be able to go through all of it, but I'll try and show off the Discord where most of the events and stuff kicked off and that. So I'll try and show that there. Hopefully that'll piece things together, I suppose. But yeah, there's a lot to come. There's a lot of good epilogue videos to pop out for hot seats. There's plenty of new hot seats that I want to do. And once I get these hot seat epilogue videos done, you can expect some more content. Maybe some more mod. I'm definitely going to need the space when I want to do some more mod. So when I'm going to start working on my sub mods, I'm going to need to have some time to do some announcement and install guide videos. Some overview videos, some lore videos, because I'm going to have to like explain some of the lore behind things as well. So I'm definitely going to need some space. And hopefully at some point maybe I'll cover some other mods, like this mod for example. I'll do like a proper overview of it. Go for an overview of all the factions and whatnot. And yeah, have some bit of fun and do like not an overview, but I think a showcase where I go through the faction, have a little look at everything and do that. I think that'd be cool. Rather than it being a big overview, I don't have to put too much effort into it. I can just be a nice little showcase video where I can go through and just show off the mod and show off what factions is what. I don't have to then give it loads of backstory and information and that and stuff that I don't really know, and I have to research it all and it will just take ages. And yeah, I'd rather just do a little a showcase video and maybe like a little announcement video or some sort of video showing you possibly how to install it and what exactly the mod is basically. But yeah, or it might just be partnered with the showcase video. We'll see, I suppose. But anyway, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and farewell.